Good morning. I'm gonna be very honest, I've always been skeptical of the whole waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. thing, but since doing it every day for the past 2 months, I've grown to love it a lot, and I've experienced so many benefits so far. Firstly, being up before anyone else is really calming and peaceful. It feels like you're alone in the world and that time has slowed down just for these few hours. There's zero distractions, so I've been able to get a lot more done. My days also feel so much longer. Waking up super early is like a cheat code for having more time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but because I get a lot done in the mornings now, I feel like I've already lived through my whole day by 2 p.m., but I still have the rest of the day to enjoy and spend it however I want. Today, I'm showing you my daily routine when I don't have shifts to work at my part-time job. On these days, I don't set an alarm because waking up abruptly to the jarring sounds of one is pretty bad for you. It triggers our stress response and increases adrenaline levels, which is not great first thing in the morning. I like to splash my face with super cold water because it helps to wake me up and feel fresh, and then I go in with my bakuchiol serum and SPF. Always SPF because we don't want that skin damage and early aging. A glass of water with lemon is first thing. Other than, of course, to hydrate yourself, it aids in digestion and is also a great source of vitamin C. I don't go straight in with breakfast because I've come to realize that if I eat too early in the day, I will get hungry again at like 10 a.m. So what I'll do is just wait a couple hours before my first meal, and in the meantime, I'll just make an iced decaf coffee or matcha depending on what I'm craving that day. And then I'll start doing work and then eat breakfast at around 8 or 9 a.m. Basically whenever I start to feel hungry. I work part-time 3 days a week at a gym, and the rest of the week I'm working on content for my YouTube channel and planning things around my business. Initially I thought to myself, will I seem like a psychopath if one of the first things that I do at 6 a.m. is open up my laptop to work? I wondered whether I should show you guys a bit more of an aesthetic routine that you see all these other influencers do, where they meditate out in the balcony during sunrise or do their 2-hour biohacking routine. But then I thought, wait a minute. That's not what really happens. Why do I feel so much resistance around showing you guys my reality? I've come to realize that making content online is a very vulnerable thing, and that it's really difficult to show who you really are and to be honest with documenting yourself and your journey. That's something that I'm still working on and struggle with sometimes, even after a full year of being a YouTuber. But I know that there's a lot of value in being honest and true to you, because that's infinitely more useful and more relatable to people. And that's something that I appreciate in other creators as well. So after working for a couple hours, I'll make myself some food. My go-to nowadays is crispy feta eggs on top of rice cakes with avocado. This is so simple and really healthy, yet super yummy. You guys should definitely try it. Since quitting my 9 to 5, I've really enjoyed having all this time and mental bandwidth to do things without feeling stressed or rushed for time. Like taking the time to cook really nice breakfasts, for example, taking long walks in the middle of the day to clear my head, spending a whole day taking myself out on solo dates and exploring the world around me, and most importantly, working on things that I love and having time to let my creativity take as much space as it wants instead of confining that to only a couple hours after work or the weekends. I like to break up my morning with a short walk, usually around 15 to 30 minutes depending on how I feel. Some days I skip the morning walk if I either have lots to get done in the morning or if I'm just super into the work and don't need or want a break. But most days I do want that break, and it's so lovely to go outside and get a bit of sunshine and fresh air. Once I'm done, it makes me feel so refreshed and so ready to get back to being productive. After my walk, I'll usually go back to do a bit more work until I feel hungry, and then I'll prepare some lunch. Today I'm having a very nourishing, healthy, and colorful poke bowl. This was so yummy and so fresh, and I'm so happy that I meal prepped this so I could have it for a couple of days. I generally eat home-cooked food 90% of the time, and I'll only have outside food once or at most twice a week. And that's not because I want to restrict myself or because I'm following some crazy diet, but because my body feels its best when I feel it with healthy, clean foods. Healthy doesn't have to mean boring either. That's why I like to change it up a lot and try new recipes all the time, because that helps me to stick to this healthy habit and to not get bored of it. Usually an hour after lunch, I'll head to the gym once the food has had some time to digest. I generally exercise 5 times a week. 4 days are strength training at the gym following a proper program, and 1 day where I have my fun whatever day, which is where I try out different things like boxing classes or Pilates or some other form of movement. And I love this new routine because it spices things up and keeps my training fun and varied. And sometimes I'll do my fun whatever day with friends, so it's like a social activity too. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you in the next video.